Yo, 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 what's up? This your boy XV coming through with another episode of the X Vision Files. In today's video, we're going to talk about how nice guys finish last and how asshole guys, well, they quite don't finish because of their nature, but they don't finish last, but they don't finish. And it says it in scripture that you can't be over righteous and you can't be over wicked. You got to have some type of balance. You have to meet in the middle. So, fellas, let that be a lesson that, don't be too nice, man. Don't be devilish, but don't be too nice, because it's going to cost you at the end. But, without further ado, shouts out to Tripp Advice for bringing us this video. And let's see if we can learn something from this. Let's get some edification from this. So, without further ado, y'all.
So you want to know the answer to this question. Why aren't women attracted to nice guys? I know it's a shame, and a lot of us here are sitting here, we're upset that we're this nice guy. We do everything we can. We're good guys. Why aren't women attracted to good guys? It's exhausting, but we're going to dissect all of it and explain what's going on here. But here's the quick answer. The reason why she's not attracted to a nice guy is because nice guys are boring and weak.
Y'all hear that? So you got a certain percentage of women think that when they meet a nice guy, he has some type of weakness about him. They're gonna smile in your face and they're gonna, they're gonna play along with you. But in the back of their mind, they find that a weakness, being nice.
Okay? Boring and weak. And boring is not fun, it's not attractive, and weak is not strength, and that is what women are attracted to.
Now, let me say this, as far as that boring part. This is solely my opinion. When you in a boring, so-called, quote-unquote, boring relationship, that means everything is going right. When you're in a good relationship, everything is routine. So it's going to get boring at times. My thing is this. When that little kid, when you got kids and let's say you got 3 kids like me. Like, I'm using me for example. I got three kids. 2 of my kids doing something, but that third kid is boring. And he coming to me like, oh, I'm bored, I'm bored, complaining. You know what I'm going to tell him? Find something to do. Find something to do. Use your imagination. Find something to do. And that's what you got to tell a lot of these women. When they want to talk, it's boring. Well, find something to do. You're a grown-ass woman. Find something to do. Go play in a garden. Go knit. Go, play a crossword puzzle or some shit. Go do something when you get bored. That's not that man's job to be your court and jester, to juggle balls and pull rabbits out of hats and shit for you. No, because guess what? When that man be boring in a relationship, he go find something to do. He don't run to the woman and be like, well, I'm bored. You gotta do something to make things fun and oh, it's boring. No, we find something to do. Same thing with a woman, man. So stop that trying to have a man be your court and jester and your clown and your magician and all that shit. Find something to do.
Inner strength of a man, not so much what they look like. I'm not talking about muscles, but I'm talking about emotional strength. And the nice guy that you might be is boring and weak, and you are not displaying your inner strength. Instead, you're displaying a part of you that's too accommodating to a woman and making you look like a pushover. So
exactly. See, he is on point. He's on point. You can't be too accommodating. You cannot, man. You cannot be too, like I said, you could be accommodating, but don't be too accommodating. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you like, okay, baby, yeah, you hungry? And she like, yeah, I'm hungry. And you be like, okay, now I'm finna take us out to eat. You ain't got to worry about, you already know, you ain't got to worry about paying for it. For take us out to eat. We finna go to this joint over here, blah, 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 blah. So then now she's like, well, I don't want to eat there. I don't like their food and this and that. And well, I want to go over here. That's when you come in and you be like, well, look here. My money is only paying for this place. I want to go here. This is where I want to eat. I want to take you. I'm going to spend my money. Now, if you want to eat somewhere else, you're going to have to spend your own money. You see that? You see what I just did? I wasn't too accommodating. I was accommodating, but I wasn't too accommodating. Yeah, I could I'm taking you hungry. I'm going to take you out to eat. I'm going to spend my money. No problem. I don't care about that. But if you're complaining about the place I want to take you to eat, and you talking about somebody, you don't like the food or this and that and whatever, and you want to go over here, or I got to spend more money or whatever the case may be, that's when you split, that's when you cut the cake. You split that bitch down the middle. You be like, look here, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to eat here. If you don't want to eat here, then you might not eat, or if I take you somewhere else, you're going to spend your own money. That's how y'all got to do it, man. Don't be too accommodating, man. Balance.
See it a lot, right? You're probably seeing it in your real life. You're seeing these girls who are attracted to the bad boys, to the assholes, to the jerks. You're seeing that all the time. Here's the thing. You got to be really careful in terms of how we're labeling these people, because, yes, a lot of those bad boys, those jerks, those assholes, they have some qualities that women are really attracted to. Those are a guy not caring what anyone thinks of him, showing a lot of emotional strength, being able to just go through the world with ease, lots of confidence, and really just being tough. Those are very attractive.
Right. You heard? See, y'all, I'm telling you, you're going to learn something. Overlook content, you're going to learn something. He just said a mouthful. You feel me? You got to have emotional intelligence as a man. You have, like I said, when a woman see that you're sturdy and you're not easily rocked and you know, you like, girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And don't go back and forth with, that shows emotional strength. Because you got to understand, women are emotional. So you got to be a counter to that. You can't be an emotional guy. It ain't going to work. I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to work. You got to have some type of emotional intelligence about yourself, man. You know? You can't be weak in that department. Because they'll peep that in a heartbeat. And they'll play on that, too. So he said a mouthful right there.
Active qualities. Just happens to be that a lot of those qualities are associated with guys who step on other people, who are jerks, who are assholes, right? So a lot of those do go hand in hand. Luckily for you, we can actually extract some of those qualities and we can put them inside of you, and you can still be a good person, but we're not going to ever label you again as the nice guy. So kind of give you a description of that bad boy. Let's talk about the nice guy. The nice guy, on the other hand, he is, like I said earlier, a pushover, right? So he's always in fear. He's not confident at all. He's only being nice because he's trying to manipulate people into liking him. So he does these nice things and shows a lot of effort just so people can like him. And that's very transparent to a lot of women. They see that and they go, oh, okay, he's just being nice because he's trying to get me to like him, right? So she sees that as a weakness because you are not confident in who you are. You're like, I'm not that interesting of a guy. I'm kind of a loser. You're thinking all these terrible thoughts about yourself. So you're like, okay, well, maybe if I be really nice, then someone will like me because I don't really like myself. There's nothing about me that's really interesting. So I'll just use this quality of doing things for other people or manipulating by lying, by agreeing with people and being a pushover. And I'll use that. That will be the thing to get people to like me, right? But
right. He just said a mouthful again. You feel me? A lot of men don't got no seasoning. Meaning, AKA, they don't got no substance. They don't got, there's no square they stand upon. So they use the nice, see, I just learned something. You see that? I just learned something. Like, really, it's easy. When you got no square, when you got no path, when you got no integrity about yourself. Like I say, you got no seasoning. You got no substance about yourself. You put up this nice wall so I can attract I could attract her by being nice, by buying her things, by taking her out. That's me being real nice to her. You really overkilling the shit. You feel me? It ain't gonna really make her attracted to you like that. The only thing that she's gonna use you for is she's gonna use you as a tool. That's all she's gonna do is use you as a tool. She might tell you one thing, but boy, in the back of her head, she like, man, I'm finna just play this dude. So we gotta be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? That all that being over nice and kind and, you know, like I said, I'm a kind person. I don't consider myself a nice man. I consider myself a kind man. It's a difference. It's a difference between being nice and being kind. I'm not no nice person. Ain't nothing nice about me. Don't play with me. You feel me? But if you say, yeah, that gentleman right there is kind. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. You feel me? But yeah, man, we learning right now. We cooking.
You've probably seen that it doesn't work. And now we can go into this whole idea of nice guys finish last, right? Here's the thing. That concept has come from the idea that women date bad boys because they're really attracted to them and really into them, and then the bad boy fucks her over. So then she's like, oh no, what do I do now? Well, he was a bad guy. I should probably go for a nice guy. And then she goes for a nice guy, and it's like, nice guys finish last. Here's the problem with that, though. If that is the situation, that girl's going to find out pretty soon that, oh no, this nice guy is also not so good. And then she's probably going to go back to the asshole guy and back to a nice guy and back and forth and back and forth. And it's not going to work out for her, right? Because here's the idea. The best, most attractive guy you can be is not on opposite sides of the spectrum. It's not being bad boy asshole all the time, and it's not being super nice guy. You gotta go more in the middle and balance these two out. Problem is, we were probably not taught this as kids, right? Our parents are not teaching this. We're not learning this in school. You have to watch a YouTube to learn this. Because what I've found out throughout my years of being a former nice guy is that it's the qualities of that bad boy that the woman is attracted to, and then you can take those and still be a good person, right? You can still be nice, but you're being nice because you want to be nice, not to get someone to like you. That means that there will be times when you're not so nice, when you're going to be speaking up, when you're going to be sharing your opinion, when you're not going to be always accommodating to the person you're with, and you're going to say, no, I don't want to do that today. I'd rather do this. Or no, I don't want to see that movie. I'd rather see this. Or no, this is the person that I want to vote for in the election, and I'm just going to agree with you because I want to make sure that every conversation we have that's purely copacetic, right? No, that's not what you want to go for. Because that leads to, again, remember the two things I said in the very beginning of this video, is you showing your weakness, right? So no more inner strength, and also it's very boring. It's very boring when there's no tension at all. It's very boring when a woman meets you and finds out that she met her identical twin. She already knows herself. She spends time with herself all the time. She meets someone just like her. That's boring. Plus, it's a lie because no two people are alike, right? So it's very boring for her. There's nothing interesting happening. There's no juxtaposition. Like, there's no tension whatsoever. And you want that tension. And that tension is completely natural because in order to be out of the nice guy syndrome, you need to be actually more of who you are as a person and not just be doing things in order to get people to like you. If we dive even deeper into this topic, what we're coming to is insecurity, okay? Insecurity. That means if you're a nice guy, if you are labeling yourself as the nice guy, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, wow, this kind of sounds like me, that means that you have insecurities, that there are parts about yourself that you don't like. So you're assuming that other people are not going to like that too. You're looking at yourself and saying, I'm not much. I'm not much, right? A lot of low self-esteem. And I get it. I'm not trying to come down on you for that. I'm just trying to give you the reality. The reality is nice guys have low self-esteem. And the reality is that low self-esteem is a weakness. Because this is a person who's going about life thinking that they're not good enough, which means that they're probably not going to achieve much. They're not going to do much. They're going to accommodate to other people. That's not someone you really want to hang out around. Again, just being honest here. no one really wants to hang out around that guy. And you probably already know that. So what do? You be nice, right? You do all the nice things. You give, which ends up causing a lot of resentment in the end. But you give and give and give, and it's exhausting. You have to understand that people want to be around people who are sure of themselves, who are thinking, you know what? I got this. I got this in life. I know what I like. I know what I want to do, because that's inspiring. That's motivational. Because you know what that does to other people? Well, other people have all sorts of self-esteem issues also. So when they finally find someone or be friends with someone or be lovers with someone who has all this confidence, it feels good. It feels good to be around that person. It's attractive. People are literally drawn to you because you're more charismatic naturally, because you like yourself, because you make decisions. It's crazy. I see this all the time. I saw this throughout my whole life. I've seen this in high school. I've seen this in college. I've seen this in my adult years. The people who attract people to them the most are the people who are just going about their lives in the way they want it, not giving a shit what anyone else is thinking. Now, remember the spectrum I said? There's the bad guy, nice guy. The bad guy, or the asshole, he's doing it in a way where he's kind of stepping on other people. Like, he's doing it to the extreme, where he's like, I really don't give a shit about anyone but myself, and I'll treat other people like shit. That's not so charismatic, right? That guy, he will only go so far. That's why they say nice guys finish last, right? Because that guy, he has an expiration date. There comes a point in time where people see right through him. They go, okay, this person's actually not a good person. I don't want to hang out with that person anymore. I don't want to date that person anymore. It becomes abusive and weird. And then, boom, they're out, okay? Again, on the other side of things, it doesn't help either, because it's like, oh, now I found this really nice guy. He's boring. He's weak. And this sucks for a whole different reason. That's why we marry the two. Is you being...
Yep, exactly. And I'm going to end that right there, man. He said a whole mouthful. Shouts out to Tripp Advice, man. I like his content. But he said a mouthful, man. Like, you know, fellas, like I said, you meet in the middle, man. Be balanced. Like I said earlier in the video, it says it in scripture that I can't remember the exact verse and chapter right now, but it says, do not be overly righteous and do not be overly wicked. It has to be balanced in the middle. It says that, y'all. So stop being so nice to these women, man, because it's not going to get you nowhere. Being nice is not going to get you. It's going to get you taken advantage of, manipulated, you know, whatever you want to call it. You need to stop it. Stop being so nice. You know, but like I said, I ain't saying being mean and just, you know, talk shit. No, you got to learn how to talk to women. That's another thing too. A lot of men don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to express themselves to a lot of men don't know how to express themselves to women. They don't know how to actually articulate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got, you know what I'm saying? Fellas got to work on that too. You feel me? But anyway, man, I just wanted to show y'all this video that he, you know, like, you know, shouts out again to Tripp Advice, you know, for showing us, like, for real, you know, don't be too nice, you know, and, you know, don't be so accommodating. Don't be so, don't be a yes man. Don't be Jim Carrey. Don't be a yes man. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, man, this your boy XV, the X Vision Files, coming through with another video, man. Thought-provoking and overlooked content. I'll catch y'all on another video. You know, again, fellas, don't be too nice, man. And may the Most High bless y'all.